Hey, so first of all, I do not have an audience this week. It's very unfortunate, but my mom just got a full time job. She started today. My dad works full time and he's also in school, and it's finals week for my dad and my little brother Drew. So no one's here, and my girlfriend is at work, so it's just me this time. But I did have an audience for all the other ones, so that's a pretty decent track record. Anyway, I am giving a toast, the best man toast, best man speech. First of all, for those of you who don't know me, I am John, James's best man, and I would like to thank Mr. and Mrs. Andrews and Mr. and Mrs. Shannon not only for raising two awesome people, but for putting together an awesome night. And I want to thank all of you for coming and just celebrating a joyous occasion with James and Abby. And James, I would like to thank you for making me my best man and finally admitting to everyone that I truly am the best. I remember the first time James and Abby hung out. James and me were going over to Michael Kyer's house, and when we got there, they were dressed up head to toe in footy pajamas. And I knew Michael pretty well, but I didn't know Abby at all. And they wanted to go to Insomnia Cookies, so we walked down to East Lansing to get cookies. And this is a college town. There was people everywhere, and they were in full footy pajamas, and it was about 20 degrees outside. And I did not for 1 second think to myself, this is probably going to be the girl who my best friend marries. But that being said, I also remember when I first knew that they would be together for the rest of their lives. James and I were outside downtown Lansing, and James took me to get his engagement ring with him. And so we got the engagement ring for Abby, and then we were just sitting outside of his car, and we were just kind of talking, hanging out. And we talked about them getting married, how crazy it was. And then I remember he told me that something about them breaking up came up. And I remember him saying something kind of like, Abby would never break up with me, or that would never happen. And that is, I mean, people say it all the time, but the look in his eyes was as if it never had crossed his mind before. It was kind of like if you asked someone's best friend if they'd break up with them, they'd say, no, we're best friends. You know, why would that ever happen? And just that look in his eyes, I could tell right then and right there that they'd be together for the rest of their lives. And that there's no one else on the planet that James could possibly feel for than Abby. And there's no one on the planet who I'd rather James feel for than Abby. Now, Abby, before I say anything else, I'd like to say that you look absolutely breathtaking. And the same thing goes for all the bridesmaids. You are lovely, kind, warm, and will make an amazing wife, and you deserve a wonderful husband. Fortunately for James, he married you before you found one. Now, James, you are strong, masculine. Sorry, James, I can't read your handwriting. Fortunately for me, I have some stuff too, so I'll just skip right to that. James, you've been my best friend for more than 10 years. I know that I'm older, but I've always looked up to you, and you'll never know how much you've taught me. I love you more than anyone, and you're my best friend, and there's no one happier than I am to see you marry the girl of your dreams. So I would wish the both of you luck, but I honestly know that neither of you need it. So everyone raise their glasses with me, please. Your imaginary glasses. Today you married your best friend, the woman you have laughed with as you shared life's wondrous zest. As you find new joys and experience all that's best, the one you live for because the world seems brighter, as your happy times are better and your burdens feel much lighter. The woman you love with every fiber of your soul, once you were incomplete, now together you are whole. Thanks everybody for listening. Have an awesome night.